The man picked up a match from the ground and vigorously struck it against the floor. The ignited flame successfully burned through the wool thread. He then pulled out a steel needle, attempting to break it with his leg. When that proved ineffective, he inserted it into a hole in the wall. Using all his strength, he managed to bend it. After tying the wool thread to the curved needle, a simple climbing hook was ready. Driven by hunger, David carried the hook toward the wooden plank to reach the food on the wall. He successfully hooked it onto the overhead panel and began climbing upward. Soon he reached the top of a wooden crate. Exhausted and facing a narrow gap blocking his path, he pressed on for the sake of food. First, he checked if the adhesive holding the plank was secure. Then he tossed his tool to the other side. Just as he reached the edge, the glued plank suddenly loosened. David nearly fell into the abyss, but managed to leap to safety. Grabbing the wool thread, he climbed toward the food. He glanced up at the spider web overhead, but started eating despite the danger. Suddenly, a distant glimmer of light caught his attention. Survival instinct drove him to climb toward it. He found himself blocked by an iron mesh, and had to accept reality. Preparing for a prolonged struggle, David decided to store the food. On his way back, he encountered a spider, and quickly retreated. He barely made it into the matchbox shelter before the spider reached him. Meanwhile, the water leak from the tank suddenly intensified. The rushing water jolted David awake from his sleep. While inspecting the source, the tank abruptly burst. The torrent swept David away, but he caught onto a nail just in time. Elsewhere, the homeowner decided to sell the property. While cleaning the basement, he discovered the leaking water heater. David's brother hurried over to fix it. Trapped in the water, David screamed for help, but his voice was as faint as a mosquito's buzz. He swam toward his brother, hoping to get noticed. Instead, he was nearly crushed underfoot. Before losing consciousness, the brother cleared the drainage clog and left. Unaware of David's presence, David remained behind, still at risk of being washed away.